This is my Avengers review. And, it was fucking awesome! Oh, it's so good. I am such an idiot. Do you know what? I thought Transformers 3 was the best movie ever. If you think Transformers 3 was really awesome, I'm serious, you have, mental issues or something, because Avengers was, so much better. I mean, this movie is just god of action movies. It is awesome. It is incredibly... Oh my... I don't know where to start. I'll just start with plot. I mean, I'm gonna do a spoiler-free video, and then, a spoiler video. I'll just do a spoiler video. It doesn't matter. I think most people already have seen this movie, because it's pretty freaking awesome. And so it starts with that they have this Tesseract, this kind of magical thing, which is from Captain America, and so they try to kind of get its power, and so but Loki has his own plans. He gets sent by these kind of weird people, which are in space and stuff, and we don't really know how he got to those, but it doesn't get explained. And so he attacks Earth. He steals the Tesseract, and throughout the whole movie, you don't really know where it is, except then in the end it turns out to be in New York. So then Loki steals it, and so it's kind of this back and forth between trying to get Loki and trying to kill him, but also this movie is about so much. I mean, wow. And so then they get Loki, and then they're on this this aircraft carrier where where Iron Man and all those people, they all meet, kind of meet and greet, Captain America, Bruce Banner. You kind of see all the recruiting stuff. They find Bruce Banner, aka Hulk, and they find it's kind of a scene with Scarlett Johansson. There's not really an intro for Jeremy Renner, except that he gets brainwashed, and I thought that was crap, but fine. Oh, okay. And so they're on this aircraft carrier, and this aircraft carrier can fly, and that is just the coolest thing ever. I mean, it was like Star Trek. I'm like, this is going too far, but I don't care. It's so cool. Because it was flying, and then I'm like, can it get any better? Yes. The ship becomes invisible, and you're like, Star Trek. And so then Loki brings this whole army, and you're like, what I didn't like was the point that they keep meeting each other, and they kind of make jokes about each other, how silly the situation is. And I thought that was going to be a weakness of the movie, but it somehow, it didn't bother me that they kept, meeting, except when Loki went to, you might find this clip on the internet, when he went to the Stark building, and that kind of stuff, and so that kind of bugged me, but otherwise, in the final act, which, where the aliens come into this, through this portal, that's freaking amazing. And also, when they're on this, aircraft carrier, when it's flying, and so, Loki or something, because Jeremy Renner, who plays, Hawkeye, his name doesn't even get mentioned in the movie. It's just kind of sad. And so he, because I saw it in German, so I can't really justify, but so he destroys one of the engines, so it's falling like a rock, and the scene's 15 minutes long. I mean, seriously, if that thing, which probably weighs 30 million tons or something, is falling, I mean, it would fall like a rock, not at a rate of about 5 kilometers per second, which it looked like. And so then Thor is in this capsule, which Loki was in, and it's so complex, this movie, but it's awesome. So he falls towards Earth and just goes, poof, and then at points, this movie is hilarious. I mean, seriously, it's just Loki, they're in this kind of foresty environment, and so Loki, in Norway, I think, and Loki is talking to Thor, and so Thor is listen to what I have to say, and then Iron Man just goes, poof, and carries Thor away, and Thor's gone, and Loki's just I'm listening. Loki is just, he is so good at doing Loki, Tom Hiddleston. He's amazing. Seriously, this guy could win an Oscar for that. He was so good in this movie. And so then the alien invasion comes, and I thought that was a little too quick, how they just attack the city and sort of already all destroyed. I thought that was that's what they did a bad job on in Transformers 3, is that they did a lot of that good stuff. They had all these good ideas. It's just that they had too many, and they said, oh, let's just put it in, and they made it too short, and that was not good. This movie had just the right amount, and played them out in the perfect length, and it might have been too much, but it all made sense, and it was good. And so then these aliens attacks were like battling these aliens. Jeremy Renner's on the top of the building, and Iron Man's doing, I don't know, he's flying around. Remember in the trailer, like, I'm burning the party to you, those little spaceships? There's like 10 of those. Firstly, there's one, and then like 8 more of those come in, and then you're like, oh fuck, man, as you see that, and them coming through this portal from outer space. And then they fire it, because from this test wreck they have like a nuke, so they fire a nuke at New York. But Iron Man flies after the nuke and like takes it through the portal into outer space, and so he's like, because he can't breathe, so he's falling back through the portal, and he just falls back just in time before the portal closes. I just spoiled the entire movie for you, even though it's kind of obvious that they were gonna win. And then during the credits, we stayed for the credits. It's kind of a hint for Avengers 2, where Avengers 2 as in 2, not just saying that, where some random guy's like, humans should not be fucked with. He's talking to this guy, and he just turns around like, smiling, and is like, he looks like, I think it is a guy from Asgard, but I'm not sure. I hope it isn't, because that would suck if the villain was from Asgard once again, but he looks kind of mean and Asgardian-ish. And that was cool how all the story is just, like, intertwined, and how they perfectly planned the Avengers build-up, and it worked. I mean, the Avengers was just as good as all the other Marvel movies combined. And Hulk was really funny in this movie too. Even when he lost anger at first, you're like scared of him, but then once he does it, you're like for him. You're like, yeah, kill that son of a bitch, yeah. And so it's pretty funny. It's in the middle of a battle, and it's exciting. And Joss Whedon's humor is just awesome. So, Hulk is in the Tony Stark building, and so Loki's there, and it's like, I'm a god. I'm immortal. Can't kill me. And so Hulk just takes Loki by the hand and goes, and Loki's just like, and then you just see the other Avengers members like step in, and it's so badass. And you know from the trailer, that Avengers shot, when that happens, your heart just like, boom, 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 boom. You're like, oh my god. I mean, I wasn't excited for this movie at all. I mean, a year ago, I was like, oh, cool, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America in the same movie, that sounds really good. And like 2 months ago, I was like, oh, come on. I kind of know what this is going to be like, but it was so not what I expected. Not what I expected. It is so much different, and like, you know how you only see like that little snapshot of that ship in the trailer, just for like 2 seconds in the trailer, and then there's a 30-40 minute segment where that takes part on this ship, and it's a little too long. It's still pretty good though, and I'd give the movie 5 out of 5. It had drama, it had excitement, it was entertaining as fuck. I mean, wow, the special effects were. Sometimes you tell they did a professional green screen. I mean, green screen is green screen. I mean, but you could still tell it was green screen, like, out in a lot of times. And when an explosion looked like it been done through After Effects or something like that, and like, or like the spaceships of the aliens were keyframes. Sometimes it looked a little bit like that. Or when the frame rate was somehow like wrong. It was weird sometimes, the special effects, but they still did an excellent job. It looked completely real most of the time, and yeah, I thought the movie was really great. Drama, great acting. Sometimes like some extras were really annoying to me, and some stuff happened that really didn't fit the movie, but otherwise, just like 30-second segments in the movie that were just like face palm. And I don't remember any, but um, and so yeah, this movie was fucking awesome. You have to go see it, and it's gonna happen again. Except I don't think it will be as good as this movie, because go see it now while it's still in theaters. It is so amazing. 5 out of 5. Watch my other videos because they're awesome and I make great music. Not really, but I will. I'll do more YouTube videos stuff and post trailers and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you liked that review, and go see Avengers because it's freaking awesome. And don't see Battleship. That's the biggest mistake you can ever do in your life. And go see Prometheus. Yes. And The Dark Knight Rises. And don't see The Hobbit because it got like shit reviews and stuff. But yeah, those are the 2 movies you should see. And goodbye.